Welcome back to News All Day. Thanks so much for staying with us on this Friday. We continue to follow the aftermath of the Department of Justice ordering the drop of the Eric Adams case, and this has led to the acting U.S. attorney and others at the Southern District of New York to resign. For more on this, I want to bring in criminal defense attorney and former Manhattan prosecutor Jeremy Saland. Jeremy, good to see you as always. What do you make of Sassoon's resignation? Just a couple of days ago, you were on the air talking about this order to drop the charges altogether. Now she is resigning. What do you think?
I think that she really is now the personification of what justice should be, not how it has become. And when we talk about the weaponization, she and some of her colleagues are that shield, if you will, to stop this nasty, ugly, terribly wrongful directed weaponization that we are seeing objectively, not whether you're red or blue or what you think about Mayor Adams. Objectively, there was a process to follow and it's being circumvented, and she is trying to do what is right and what is just.
I also want to give a little bit of background on her history. I mean, this is someone who went toe-to-toe with Sam Bankman-Fried. She's seen as a rising star. She's someone who's seen as respected within legal circles. So how significant is it that she did this, particularly so when she was only in this on an interim basis to begin with?
Yeah, I think it's pretty impressive if that's the right term. But also keep in mind, Shannon, she also clerked for former Justice Scalia on the United States Supreme Court. And he was no wilting flower to the left or some progressive. He was a right-leaning conservative guy. So, this is not someone who is new to this. And she has put her career on the line because she's doing what she believes is right. Now, to be very, very clear, I constantly say this. This doesn't mean Mayor Adams is guilty. There's due process here. But that is being circumvented and stolen from the grand jury and the people of New York and the people of the Southern District. So she really is doing something what I think is impressive at a principle, no matter what the ultimate outcome would have been if and when there was a trial.
Now that she resigned and now that several others resigned, where does this leave Mayor Adams' case?
So it leaves Mayor Adams' case, I think, not in jeopardy, and I don't mean that in a legal standpoint. I think in the end, which everyone likely is in agreement, that it goes away. And what that means is a judge can maybe sort of push this and stop this or try within reason, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be signed off on, and if it doesn't go through that way, what's the Southern District going to do? They're going to all of a sudden say, you're right, let's now move forward. After these letters, these back and forth letters, the Department of Justice making it clear and Donald Trump's administration making it clear, we're not going forward. So it's going to be done. Whether that means today, tomorrow, or the next day, it doesn't matter, but it's done.
I guess we were talking about this off the air, but essentially someone will do it eventually. It just depends who is going to do it.
Yeah, that's right. And one of the assistants basically said that in his resignation letter, which to me, I want to stand up and applaud. I mean, that's really absolutely darn amazing. Those are the words I'm using on air. Probably I would use different words if we were somewhere else, not being recorded. But this is really commendable on her part and some of the folks in Main Justice who are doing this as well.
I'm bringing that up. Here's what you're talking about, just so our viewers can follow along. And we brought it up throughout the show today. But again, this is what that prosecutor said. I expect that you will eventually find someone who is enough of a fool or enough of a coward to file your motion, but it was never going to be me. To be clear, this is not Sassoon. This is a prosecutor on the case. But to your point, Jeremy, I'm curious, in our final couple moments here, what does all this mean for the future of the rule of law? I mean, a lot of drama. It seems quite tumultuous at the Southern District and the DOJ. What does this mean moving forward?
If you're not concerned, you're not paying attention. And if you're not paying attention, you should. It is incredibly frightening. There is unequivocally, please, people who are watching this, take a second, read the initial letter from the Department of Justice, which is a page and a half, read the response from Sassoon, read then the response to that. It really sets forth something that there's quid pro quo. This is not being done on the merits. It's not being done for the right reasons. And then to say you're going to investigate or put the prosecutors on leave is disgusting, despicable, horrendous, should not happen. And whoever's making these decisions is not fit to represent the people of New York, the United States, or anywhere in the terms of law enforcement, period.
Jeremy Saland, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for your analysis.
My pleasure.